And I spoke to someone at the sheriff's office. I'm not going to name names, but I spoke to a lady there. Basically, she was saying that the Sam Sayers case, it's not a criminal investigation. And that struck me as odd, just because how would she know that no one abducted Sam on the trail? How did she know that someone didn't kill her on the trail? So again, that to me just kind of seemed odd, because the lady didn't have any hesitation about it. She was just like, yeah, no, the Sam Sayers case, it's not a criminal matter, so there's no detectives working on the case. And so I was like, that's a little weird. How does she know some person didn't abduct Sam on the trail, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but to me it sounded kind of odd.
A Seattle woman vanishes in the North Cascades.
We're keeping hope that she just hunkered down.
She didn't return from a hike.
I just hope she comes out unscathed.
New at 11, the work her loved ones are now doing as rescue crews race to find her. Sam Sayers' family has turned to social media with hopes that rescue crews will find her. The search for her will continue tomorrow at Vesper Peak. KARA 7's Ranjit Sinha spoke to the missing hiker's brother, and he went out to the North Cascades tonight.
The Snohomish County Sheriff's Office did confirm there is a search and rescue effort underway in the area of Vesper Peak, which is behind this tree line. And we have seen these signs for the Everett Mountain Rescue working in this area. Our understanding from the Sheriff's Office is they're looking for a 28-year-old woman, and the family of that woman has identified her as Sam Sayers.
I feel like this road has become my home for the last 3 episodes, because this road that I'm driving on right now is called the Mountain Loop Highway, and this road is the road that I've had to take the last 3 different cases I've investigated on. So all 3 cases happened within about a 25-mile radius on the same highway here. So it makes it very, very kind of, I don't know, creepy and bizarre. The fact that all these different cases happened literally on the same road, like a 25-mile span between them. Alright guys, so I'm on the actual road that leads up to the trailhead. This is called the Sunrise Mine Trailhead Road, I guess. It leads up to the trailhead, which of course goes to Vesper Peak. I don't know if you guys can see it though, but through the trees is the mountain. Look straight up. That is a beautiful sight. Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Harmon, and I'll be investigating and taking you guys through a missing persons case, a hiker named Sam Sayers. Now Sam was 27 years old. She was on a solo hike on Vesper Peak, which is right over to the side. It was August 1st, 2018. It was actually 1 year ago that she was climbing this mountain before she disappeared, and she's still missing today. This case is very interesting for many reasons, but I wanted to cover it because it's gotten a lot of attention recently, and I wanted to showcase it, and hopefully with enough evidence and my video here, hopefully maybe some new clues will come about. I don't know, we'll see. Let me give you guys some background on Sam Sayers and kind of what happened on the day she disappeared. She had a boyfriend named Kevin Dares, and on August 1st, 2018, before she went on the hike here to Vesper Peak, she texted her boyfriend and just said where she was going, and he texted back and just said, SOS if you have any concerns or if anything happens, and she just said, I love you and I will. And she's been on this hike numerous times, so obviously Kevin was not concerned because she had been on this hike many times beforehand. According to some of the reports I read, Sam had 3 or 4 different sandwiches and snacks with her, some water. Did not have much in the way of like big winter coats or any kind of gear with her. It was August, but it's kind of high up in the mountains, so it does get cold pretty quickly. Different people on the trail that day did state that they did see Sam go all the way to the top of the peak and actually sat down with her and ate some sandwiches with her on the peak. And some witnesses say they saw her head down the mountain on the other side, which is normally not what people do. So that was kind of concerning to a lot of people. After that, no one has heard from her. So somewhere, Sam Sayers signed into a registry for the trailhead. And it looks like they took it down. It must have been right here. I was hoping to see like any remnants of her, her writing on here. But someone must have taken down the registry or something, because this is the only sign. A little disappointing. I was hoping to find any remnants of her. Let's get on to the hike. This is called the Sunrise Mine Trail. This leads up to Vesper Peak, like I said. Yeah, it's about 7 miles to get to the top. That's not including, the grade. I don't know if I'm going to find anything because it has been a year. But at the very least, I wanted to hike the same trail that Sam did. Kind of show you guys where she disappeared. But before I head off officially, one thing I wanted to mention, and what I find interesting and kind of odd is there's no missing poster. There's no missing poster for Sam anywhere on this trailhead, which is weird because it was only a year ago. You think there'd still be missing posters everywhere around here. Let me know in the comments down below if you think that's also weird. They would have a missing poster for her at a different trailhead, but not the one she disappeared at. So like I mentioned, we are in the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest. This is the Vesper Peak Sunshine Mine Trail. Doesn't really even say that on here, which is weird. Doesn't even mention the trail that we're on. It's kind of ironic. Oh, here we go. So this is the thing that Sam signed before she disappeared, the trail register, but of course it's not there anymore. And I just saw the sign. It says trail register is closed for the season. So that means they took the register away. Man, I really wanted to see her name on here. How stable this thing is, guys. It's a little precarious because that was definitely precarious. I slipped once a little bit, but thankfully I have big boots on, so I didn't get wet or anything like that. But man, I was not expecting to have to cross a big kind of stream there. As I'm walking down this trail, it just gives me such a somber vibe because knowing that Sam Sayers walked down this exact trail, before she disappeared, it really kind of makes or puts things into perspective, like on how precious life is. Because it was just a normal day on a trail hiking, and then next thing you know, she's gone and disappeared. I'm also glad I got here relatively early. I got here around noon, So at least I have some daylight to explore around here, and I don't have to cross that stream in the dark, because that would be a nightmare and potentially just stupid. Obviously, guys, please remember Sam. Again, we don't know what happened to her officially. Most people think she presumably passed away, like accidental death somewhere along the trail. But there's other theories too, like I said. This is why I don't understand what the sheriff's office was talking about, and they said there's no criminal case here. How do they know that she didn't get abducted or kidnapped or whatever on the trail behind me? So how could they say there's no criminal case? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, some of you might be thinking, like, did Kevin have anything to do with her disappearance? In my personal opinion, I don't believe so. If what he was saying was true, obviously. He was in a coffee shop in Seattle, which is about an hour and a half away, when she disappeared. So again, unless he somehow came up here, like sneakily followed her up here, killed her, and then somehow got back to Seattle, but I don't think he did. I don't think he had anything to do with her disappearance. But don't worry, guys, I have my backpacks here. I got essentials like food and water, and I also got like a 6 to 8 inch knife. So I'm prepared. So Sam Sayers started the trail to get up to Vesper Peak, I believe early morning. And different people have told me that it takes between 4 to 7 hours to get to the top of the peak, depending on numerous factors, obviously weather, snow, rain, how experienced you are, etc. Keeping that in mind, if she started the hike, around 7, 8 in the morning, she probably would have reached the top somewhere around mid-afternoon. And she told her boyfriend Kevin that she would call him once she got back down, which she said would be roughly around 6 p.m. when she thought she would get back down to the trailhead where she would park her car. Many people physically saw her get to the top of the mountain, so we know she actually made it up to the top. What I don't know is what time she got to the top and how much time she would have theoretically had to get back down before it got dark. Because again, she didn't have much gear with her. I don't think she had any lights or anything like that, because I think she wanted to get it done all in one day. It's not like she seemed depressed or anything like that, like she would have taken her own life. I don't think that was the case. So it was either she slipped and fell, and of course accidental death, or someone actually abducted her, took her somewhere, or killed her somewhere. Those seemed like the two main possibilities. Alright guys, this is what I don't like about certain hiking trails, is when you're walking down a path and then it splits off, you can go up the mountain or go down. And there's no sign stating like going up will actually take you to the peak, or maybe going down and it loops around up to the peak. I wish there would be signs that would specify, where to go. So for now, I'm just going to kind of take a good guess and say going up this way is where Sam most likely went, because it just seems like going up makes more sense than going back down. Guys, take a look at some of the most breathtaking scenery you can ever see. I finally got out of the forest and I finally got into the open, and this is what I came across. Now, of course, my camera probably isn't doing it much justice. But anyway, I believe that it's actually Vesper Peak. And as you can tell, it is super steep and very jagged. You would definitely need some sort of rope climbing equipment to get up there. So somewhere on the top, Sam came down, I think the trail that normally goes up there is like right here, but she decided to walk or rope back down like the other side, which is like I said, is very weird.
The Snohomish County Sheriff's Office says a 911 call came in around 1 a.m. Thursday to report that Sayers had not returned from her hike. She had left for the forests around Vesper Peak at 8 a.m. Wednesday and was supposed to call her boyfriend by the end of the day. He's holding out hope that Sam's hiking skills will help her be found near Vesper Peak.